Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome to another Flossy Friday. Today is April 30th and tomorrow is the 1st of May. I am so excited today and for a number of reasons. One, okay, so let's just jump into, by the way, if you're new, welcome, and if you're a repeat friend, welcome back. Like always, I love talking with y'all down in the comments. So let me know what y'all are working on, what you're excited about. And I didn't do this last week, but Emily did this in a recent video and she got it from someone else. And I honestly can't remember who because my brain just does not function very well in remembering things. But at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about some of the cool things that I've been enjoying this last month. So it might be like shows or books or a couple of like food or drink items. So just to name a few. So anyways, I'm going to include that at the end of the video, and I think that'd be really fun to do the last Friday of every month. I think that'd be kind of fun. Like, oh, what am I enjoying this month? Okay, so kitty cat update. Stella and Potter currently are cuddling in the other room. They're both sleeping. Stella is doing fantastic from her surgery. It's been exactly a week. I made her wear the cone the entire last Friday evening and Saturday, and she did super, super well. And I've just been keeping an eye on her other than that, letting her live her cone-free life. Which they recommend that they stay in it, but it's also if you aren't able to watch them. So for the first several days, I separated her in the hall bathroom whenever I wasn't at the house. But since I work from home and all that jazz, and majority of the time she sleeps on that chair while I'm in this room working, it was really easy to keep an eye on her. Potter's left the spot alone. I think she's only messed with it one time and I told her to stop and she never did it again. I did make her sleep with the cone on because obviously I couldn't actively watch her while I'm also sleeping. So I did make bedtime cone time for this entire week, but she's 100% cone free and she's almost completely healed, which is fantastic. But she's still, you know, gotta kind of like watch it and take it easy for like the next week. As far as I'm concerned, my back is doing a lot better. I can still feel the right back muscles getting really tight towards the end of the day, which is slightly uncomfortable, but that's what my muscle relaxers are for while I'm sleeping. So it helps loosen it back up for the next day, and I'm able to get like comfortable sleep, and it's also able to relax and heal itself. I have been working out, but I've been doing more relaxed type working out. Like I did Zumba this week. I've been doing the elliptical. I've been walking and things like that. So like I mowed the yard. Nothing super, super strenuous to like my back muscle, but enough movement to keep, you know, keep the muscles moving. I still am having pain on my front right abdominal muscle, but I did go revisit my doctor Monday because my back re-spasmed this weekend, or seized up, however you want to describe it, and re-pulled this muscle super, super tight on the right side and made it worse again. And so I went to go see her on Monday instead of doing PT. And she, just because of where it's located, she wants to rule out gallstones, but she's like 99% positive that that isn't what it is because I have no other symptoms for gallstones, even with being on a keto, like a keto style diet, which could increase that chance. But we are going to rule that out this upcoming week. So say some like good prayers and juju and whatever you do, please send them my way if you are so willing. And, but anyways, I'm going to get that checked and I'm going to start PT back up this week, to help with my back muscle. And then we're going to start doing a couple of specialty exercises in the next couple of weeks to help with that back muscle. But the muscle relaxers do help a lot. Work has been fine. The big project goes live on Monday, but we are all set and ready to go for that, which is really exciting. And I've been in training the last 4 days. So we've had training breaks and moments where like you have like an hour to do this lab, but if you finish early, you just kind of have to like wait till everyone's done. So I've gotten some stitching in throughout this week, and in the evenings. Some of the evenings have been less productive stitch-wise than others because I've been just more tired or my back was hurting and I wanted to go lay down. So I finished 2 stitches this week, and one is a really big one that I started in 2018 with Emily. And by the way, hers is amazing, and I cannot wait to see her work on it more. She chose this really cool like green fabric, and she changes up the colors like I do all the time, and it is brilliant. So definitely keep on checking out Emily C or Eclectic Possessions here on YouTube to see her conversions and the amazing things that she works on. But let's talk about what I did. I'll show it to you in order actually. So last weekend I did finish my Britter Kitty April. Oh, and then we'll also, after this, we'll talk about the upcoming month, upcoming month plan. Who knows what that is? So I finished the Britter Cup Designs Britter Kitty April. This is Bunny Hunt. It's so cute. I love it so much. So it's a little Stella kitty dangling a little carrot in front of this little bunny, which I kind of wish, well, okay, so I've had 2 bunnies in my lifetime. One was a black and white. His name was Bandit because he had a giant black dot on his back, but then the only other black marking on him was, I think he had like a tiny spot on his stomach, but big markings. His eyes were blacked out like a little raccoon, so we named him Bandit because they look like little bank robbers. And I got him in 6th grade, the year that it was like an intern thing for a class, but I worked the summer at the feed store. And then in high school, somebody did the somebody at my dad's work did the famous, I'm gonna get my grandkid a bunny for Easter trick. And the parents did not appreciate it. And they had named it Lily after like an Easter lily, and turns out Lily was a boy, and so Lillard was brown and white, and he was super pretty and super soft, and about half the size of Bandit because they were different breeds. But anyways, that's my little bunny story. So I already have the colors pulled for May and June, and so I'm really excited about that. May has a single kitty playing with a beehive, and June has 2 little kitties with little wedding bells. I don't know about that one, but I'm going to stitch it anyways. So that's my Britter Kitty series. So I'm ready to go to start working on May. And I will probably work on that on my lunch breaks next week. The next thing that I did was I finished Witches of Salem. And this is by Silk Weaver. It's called Days Gone By. I believe it's a Belfast. It's 32 count. I do know that. It is so soft and easy to work with. I need to get more of this fabric because it is amazing. But there she is. I've got to scoot back. It looks amazing. This is by the Primitive Hair. I know somebody's asked me before if I would pass on this pattern, but I bought it digitally off of the Primitive Hair's Etsy site. I know that you can, so you can find the Primitive Hair in your local needlework shops, but you can also order straight from her Etsy, almost all of her patterns, not all of them, but almost all of them. And you can either get them as a PDF or in the comments whenever you purchase. If you would like a hard copy, she will send you a hard copy. You just have to put in the comments. It's in the listings. She like tells you how to request a hard copy, but she will send it to you. But anyway, so the other thing is, so I had talked to Emily about what to do about the windows. My house turned out a little bit darker than I had originally intended, which is fine. There's Potter hair floating around. and I was like, I don't know if I want to leave it open. I don't know if I want to fill it in. My brain. She suggested doing like a light kind of like candle type color. And I just ended up leaving it blank because from far away, it kind of looks like it's already stitched in. And I like the contrast, but I could change my mind because until this is fully finished, which we know how long it takes me to do that, I can always go in and add that. So I just didn't have a color that I really liked for it, and I didn't want to use a DMC. Like I would want to use an overdyed, and I just didn't have a color that was like calling to me right now in my stash. But that may change this weekend. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but I may acquire something something that would work for this, and so that may happen. The other thing is I have no idea what this conversion is. Like I know a couple of the colors, like the house is Tin Bucket. I think this orange was Terracotta. Deep Forest, maybe. I know for a fact this is Lexington Green and that this is Wood Smoke. That's about as much as I remember, because I kind of like winged it. Like I wouldn't be able to tell you what this blue is. No clue. I changed up my colors a lot. I changed up down here. So this was supposed to be more like blank. There was like a blank space here where you could put like buttons or lace or needles or whatever. And so I like shrunk it and I put the little kind of grass type thing there. But anyways, I absolutely love it. It's finished. I do not know how I want to finish it as of right now. It might be a wall hanging that only comes out around Halloween. I may frame it. I honestly do not know, but this is fabulous. I love it. I love it. All the colors just came out so nice on this. So like I was saying, go check out Emily's Instagram. I don't remember the last time she worked on this, but her fabric is like a darker, it's like a darker muted mossy bluish green. It's so pretty. And so she's altered all of her colors as well, and it's fantastic. There are like these little falling leaves around the tree. I decided not to do them. And then I did take a kind of like cream color and the terracotta color, and this is 4 strands. So it gives it like this extra raised look and kind of this ropey kind of look. So anyways, that is my Witches of Salem. We started it in 2018, and so it's finally done. Okay, the next thing that I worked on, I got back out my Lizzie Kate Christmas rules. Just have a needle stuck in there. So I worked some, so this is Lizzie Kate's Christmas rules on 32 count Lugana from Pictures Plus in sterling, and it has been cut in half because the other half has my Halloween rules by Lizzie Kate on it. So I have 4 of the rules done, and I've been slowly working on this top banner because it is tedious and painful. Beautiful, but tedious and painful. So I put in the S, I filled in the LES with white, and I finished the like light blue snow all the way across this direction. So that's what I've done so far on this. I worked on it just one day. So, yeah, pretty nice. So I will probably, cause, this will come up in this next week's plans, but this got voted on to be worked on this weekend, but I will probably skip down, like I said, last time I worked on this, which was like a year ago, this for me is painful. For some people it might not be. For me it's painful. So what I think I'm going to do is like, I'm going to do, you know, like a part of it and then move to a rule do a part of it, move to a rule. Kind of like reward myself for like doing some work up here. I get to do a rule which goes by a lot faster, and you feel like you're actually making progress, rather than staying up here with a lot of like large blocks of fill-in, where you also have to pay attention. So that way, you know, like you spell things right and stuff. So I think that this weekend, this hoop, I'm going to work on some rules, and then I'll continue going back and forth until it's complete. So that is my Christmas rules, and this was voted on, which we'll talk about that in just a minute. But that will be worked on this next week because I would like to get Christmas rules finished. The other thing that I worked on this week, a little bit, is I went ahead during like some of our breaks, or like I finished a lab early, or like lunch, I pulled out this. So this is the Best Is Yet to Come, and this is from the Emma Congdon's Cross Stitch for the Soul book, sold on Amazon. I honestly don't know if shops have access to that or not. I guess maybe if they buy multiple copies off Amazon, they could carry it in their shop, but I'm pretty sure Amazon is the only like known place to buy it. Her other book just came out though the other week, I believe on Earth Day, but it came out about a week and a half ago, but it's all like Earth themed. I have not purchased it yet. If I decide to purchase it, I will definitely do a flip through, but I haven't seen enough of the patterns from inside of it to know if I would like a lot of them. I know there's like 2 that I like, but right now that isn't enough to justify the price for me in this moment. It is what it is. Okay. Anyway, so I pulled this back out because this whole section is complete fill-in of this like teal bluish green. But you have to pay attention because you have to skip and leave some blank space for the actual letters here. And then I still have one more pink around these flowers, and there's like little pink designs in the main section of the letters as well that you leave unstitched from the green. So what I was doing this week is taking a length and dividing it by 3, and I've just been on breaks trying to see how much I can fill in. It's very slow going. So this one will probably still take me a hot minute because I just cannot work on this for super long periods of time because it is so like tedious and kind of like I have to pay attention. It's not super like, the bottom half is like mindless fill in, but the top half and in between is definitely not. And so depending on where I'm at, I can kind of be mindless about it. So anyways, you'll see more progress on this next week as well, but I don't know if there will be a finish next week. Maybe by the middle of the month, this will be done, which will be really nice. I really like this pattern, and I cannot wait to do another pattern in here. Have I decided which one? No, but there are several. And if you want a reminder of what all is in this book, here you go. This is the content page. And there's some really, really good ones. I'm trying to like remove that glare, but some of them I'm not super fond of, and some of them I'm not fond of them because of the color choices, which obviously I will and can change. But like some of them it's just not going to be a go for me, but that's okay. I mean, there's 20 in here to choose from, and I like 7 or 8 of them. So, well, I like more than that, but willing to stitch about 7 or 8 of them. So that's everything that I worked on this week. Okay, so let's talk about goals for this next week. So for sure, I'm going to start the May Britter Kitty, and I'm also going to get at least a day or 2 more work done on this on like lunch breaks. So next week, my lunch breaks will be divided between Britter Kitty and The Best Is Yet to Come. So that's settled. For this weekend, I put up a poll There's kind of like 4 stitches that I've been drawing towards. My Lizzie Kate Christmas Rules is definitely one of them. That's why I already kind of like pulled it out and started working on it. And so the fact that it won the poll from last night is amazing. I think y'all are all just ready to see it finish too. So I will definitely be working on Christmas rules, but I put up one of the little questions on Instagram where there was no right or wrong answer, and Lizzie Kate Christmas Rules got the most votes, and then my Britter Kitty May got the least amount of votes. So I get it. I'll save it for lunch breaks. And then the other 2 on the voting poll was my Bygone Stitches US flag and Lizzie Kate's cat rules for people. Yes, something like that. And every time I would check it, Lizzie Kate's Christmas Rules was always the number 1. The Britter Kitty May was always the lowest. And every time I looked at it, cat rules for people and the US flag were tied. So I put up a new poll. I honestly haven't checked it yet to see where that poll is at. So I'll look right now. It's still at 50-50. So I'll definitely be working on probably Christmas rules tonight. And it just went up again. Oh my gosh. It was 2-2 and now it's 3-3. So it is between, if you want to go vote, if you see this the day that it's put out, it will be on my stories until tomorrow about, I don't know, mid-morning, for me to know what I need to work on Saturday night and Sunday. But it's between Lizzie Kate's cat rules for people and Bygone Stitches, the US flag. What is the actual name? What is the actual name? I honestly cannot remember, but I know most of you have probably seen it. It's the US flag, and the stripes are made of the state names in the order that they were brought into the Union. So there's that. So go ahead, go vote for that, and let me know what you would like for me to stitch. And if it stays tied, then I will work on one of them on Saturday and the other one on Sunday, and I will work on 3 different things this weekend, which is not exactly what I want to do. I'm not going to have the most stitch time anyways this weekend because, and I'm so excited, Heather is coming into town today. She might already be driving. I'm not really sure, but she is headed into town right now today to come hang out, and we're gonna eat some good food tonight. We're gonna stitch and hang out, and tomorrow in one of the towns just a little bit south from me, there is a quilt / antique kind of like show. It's more of an antique show, but there are gonna be quilts on display. But in this little town, there is a quilt store, which is amazing, and the owner is super, super nice. There is a yarn store, which I've never been to, but my friend Ashley has been to. I thought that she was going to come in here. Can't be bothered, apparently. And right behind the quilt store is opening a brand new cross-stitch store. So Heather and Ashley and I and one of Ashley's newer friends, Alex, none of us know, we are all going to go to those shops, and we're going to meet up with Tiffin Stitches. Heather is the Blessed Stitcher here on YouTube. She's Heather Moore. Tiffin Stitches is Tiffin Stitches on Instagram and on YouTube. And we're going to meet up with one of my sorority sisters, Krista, because between all of us, we either do one or multiple of these 3 crafts: quilting and sewing, crochet, knitting, cross stitch. So it's going to be a really fun day, and we're going to be able to like check out some antiques and some quilts and all kinds of stuff, and just have a really nice girls' day in this small little tiny town. So I'm really excited about that. We have had some crummy weather, so hopefully it's not super awful tomorrow because it will be a lot of walking. But that's what they made, you know, jackets and umbrellas for, right? Okay, So, other than that, the plans for this upcoming week is I want to get some really good work done on Christmas rules. I want to get the May kitty done if possible. I want to get more work done on the best is yet to come. And then whatever y'all decide is the other one that I'm going to work on this weekend while Heather is in town. There will be some progress on that. And maybe I'll like mix in one of them if y'all can't decide and I have to work on all three this weekend. Maybe I'll pick one of the others and mix up days to get more progress. But if not, yeah, I don't know. I'm just going through my whips. I really do want to start something new, but I haven't decided what yet, and I don't know. I just haven't been able to figure that out. So, okay. Oh, the other thing is Sunday, my dad is coming up because my college football team is in the playoffs and there is a game. And so we're going to go to the game. And we're currently undefeated, so hopefully we stay that way. Okay, so a couple of the things that I am super into this month or have been doing this month, discovered this month. Probably not discovered for all of them. So as far as shows go, I am still paving my way through watching all of Ghost Adventures on Discovery Plus. I've also gotten caught up on a couple of shows that whenever I got rid of my dish, whenever I got rid of DirecTV, I didn't get to finish the seasons. But there's a new show on there and it's called Pig Royalty and it's amazing. I love it. I also this last month got Friendly TV app, which is the one with all the Hallmarks and some other channels. I think Weather Channel is on there, but there's also like Up TV. I don't know. There's a couple of like more inspirational channels and stuff. But I have been behind on the Aurora Teagarden movie series on the Hallmark Murders and Mysteries channel. And I read the entire book series. So I really, oh, there we go. So I really want to get caught up with those. So I've been recording those. I was able to get caught up and recording When Calls the Heart on Hallmark. Hey. What are you doing? You want to come here? Coming up on Hallmark is the Good Witch, so that'll be exciting. I think that starts later this month. And I've been, so they replay Little House on the Prairie and Murder, She Wrote like on loop, and like once they're done with, like once they've gone through all the seasons, the next day they literally just restart it. And Murder, She Wrote happened to be at the end of season 6 about 2 weeks ago. And now it's already on like season 9 because they play like 4 or 5 hours a day. Anyways, I started recording it because I was on like episode 4 of season 7. And so I've started recording it. And so I'm slowly going through those seasons. I'm now in season 8. So I've been watching that. And they were playing Little House on the Prairie. And I'm at the end of season 1 and they just started the series over again. So that's now recording. And so I'm waiting until I get to the episode that I left off on and I'm going to watch that whole series. So there's some fun stuff there. I did start the new season of The Circle. I'm not super impressed by it yet. It's all right. Otherwise, I've just been also watching Hulu and keeping up with my normal shows like 911, 911 Lone Star, The Last Man Standing, American Housewife, A Million Little Things, and they have SVU, all the seasons of SVU on there, and so I started watching that, and I'm on season 2. So there's that. As far as books go, I am still super immersed in Overdrive. I reread this month Elie Wiesel's Night. Mainly because it's been a long time since I've reread it. I've reread it a couple of times, but I didn't ever realize that it was a part of a trilogy. There's one called Dawn and one called Daylight or Day or something like that. And so I have the second book in my books list on my overdrive. So I've never read the second or third book in the series because I never knew it was a series. So anyways, that's going to be really exciting to read. I also started Brave New World. None of these I finished. These are books that I started in April, or checked out in April, and I still need to listen to them. I also got the first in the Joanne Fluke murder series, which Hallmark also makes movies for. So I've been recording those on the Friendly app from Hallmark. And the first one is Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder. And it is recorded, and I really want to watch it, but I want to finish the book first. So I need to get through the book. I'm on the last book of the Crazy Rich Asians series from Kevin Kwan. I am in the middle of Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind. I have the second book in the series of Outlander, and I have about a third done with Stephen King's 11/22/63, and I also am in progress of reading The Librarian of Auschwitz. So far it's really good. The Tattooist of Auschwitz was really good, and that's by a different author. There was a second in that series, and there's a third coming out this year. So that's going to be really cool to read that. So anyways, if you have a library in your town, go get a library card, download, see if they're on overdrive. You can check out Kindle books and audiobooks. It's amazing. And what else? I keep track of all that on Goodreads. I very much am into Goodreads and have been for many years. You want to say hello to people? You want to say hello? No. Okay. So some of the other things that I've been super into, I am not a big fan of LaCroix. I think almost all of the flavors are really gross, and that's just a personal opinion and preference. But this cherry lime, it really does taste like a Sonic cherry limeade. It is fantastic. These I can definitely go through, so I do recommend the cherry lime ones. And then something that I've always wanted to try, I found the other day at Kroger. They started selling them. I don't know if this is only in Texas or if you can get this other places, but this water brand is from Mineral Wells, Texas. And Mineral Wells, Texas was famous for its mineral wells. There was a Mineral Wells hotel that movie stars like Julie Garland and some other names that I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, they used to go to, because you could do like spa days there and be in the mineral water. Mineral water, like highly concentrated mineral water, is said to be have like healing properties. Ooh. Well, he came to the door and that's why she left. It's said to have like healing properties, like if you soak in it or do certain like spa type treatments in it and things like that. And anyways, that hotel has been shut down for a really long time. Actually, Ghost of Interest has been there, but there is a water company there that does still pull from the Mineral Wells, and it is called Crazy Water, and they have 4 different levels. So the first level, Crazy Water level 1, is just purified drinking water with some minerals and stuff added into it. And then the level 2, 3, and 4 are based off of where and how, like where they were pulled from, which well, how deep that well is, and the mineral and vitamin like concentrate, you know? So the 2 And the two really just taste like if you live on well water. It's like if you're used to well water, it tastes a little off, but like not off like bad, but like just a little different. Like you can taste the minerals, right? Level 3 is about triple of level 2. And so it's a little bit, it's like a heavier water. It takes you longer to get through. Like 33 ounces for me, like this is 2 bottles of like normal size like water, like a 16-ounce bottle of water. I can go through 2 of those in like 10 minutes or less if I'm super thirsty. This, no matter how thirsty I am, this is the number 4. No matter how thirsty I am, this might take me like an hour to like 3 hours to get through because it's just heavier with how much is in this. But the level 4 is double the amount of these like nutrients and minerals and everything than the level 3. So this is like the highest, and it has high content. I don't know. It's a heavier water. You get super hydrated, but it has calcium, magnesium, potassium, sulfite, bicarbonate. The pH is like almost right in the middle. Silica, zinc, lithium. The alkalinity is in the 500s. And the total dissolved solids in the 4 is like a little over 2,300 milligrams. So anyway, some of this does fluctuate obviously because it's coming from Mother Nature, so it kind of depends on things, but I've been incorporating that like every other day, the level 4, to get extra natural magnesium and things like that, and it's amazing. So like I said, I don't know if you can only get it at Kroger's in Texas or if Kroger's are selling them all over the US. But I think you can order Crazy Water straight from Crazy Water. But check them out, like look them up. Their website is drinkcrazywater.com. This is obviously not an ad. I'm not being sponsored to do this, but like at all. But anyways, it's fantastic. It does not have like the minerally taste. It does taste just like water, but it is a heavier, thicker water without actually being thicker. It's just different. You've got to try it. But the higher levels of magnesium and stuff, for me, a lot of people are low in magnesium, and magnesium helps with anxiety, depression, muscle soreness. It helps with a ton of stuff. And so a lot of people are low on magnesium. I take a magnesium supplement already, but if you are low on it and you drink some of either like the 3 or the 4, you will feel kind of like a mood enhancement. Maybe not instantaneously, but you will, especially if you start incorporating it into your day, because magnesium helps with that. So anyways, those are some of the things that like I've discovered this last month. Like I said, I never thought that I would get to try Crazy Water because you had to before go to Mineral Wells, but our Kroger started carrying it. So I'm real excited about that, and I've been incorporating it about every other day into my life. So anyways, that's about it. I hope that y'all have had a great week. Have a great weekend and week coming up, and I will see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys.